This is the machine assembled and ready to go. Also in the box, a hose for connecting the attachments, a 2-in-1 pet and upholstery tool, a spot stain remover, 3-in-1 stair tool which looks quite handy. This is a tool for cleaning the hairs off the brushes and cleaning inside the head there. This is a measuring jug. All of this stuff fits inside this bag for storage, so that's quite handy. And along with that we've got 3 different samples. The clean water tank holds 3.7 litres. There is a water fill line on the back there. The dirty water tank is removed by pushing this down. You can see there are 2 lugs there that release, and then it just pulls out. It's got a float assembly in there that will shut the suction off when the dirty water tank gets full. And then to replace it's quite simple. It just kind of slides in there and then push it in. That's very, very simple. This is where you connect the hose if you're using the attachments, and I'll demonstrate that later on. This green button here is called the clean shot. You'll notice it says clean shot in that corner there, and there is a nozzle that will spray formula out so you can actually pre-soak an area if it's got a bad stain on it. Now the reason that it's called ProHeat is because it's got heat wave technology that warms the water as it's going through the machine. The 2X in the name of the machine is referring to the fact that it's got 2 rollers. So there are the 2 brushes. Now 2 brushes means you've got twice the agitation. The way these things work is they agitate the pile of the carpet and then the water sprays in there and releases all the grit and dirt, and obviously 2 brushes is twice as good as 1 brush, and I have a feeling that that's why this machine performs so well. And you can see to actually get at the brushes is fairly easy. That just pushes back in there. And then the way to put this on is there are lugs there. Just slide it along the floor and tilt it back, and then the lugs will locate, and then just press that in. So as you can see, the clean shot is foot operated. Press it down to turn it on and press it down again to turn it off. This purple button releases the handle for use. There are 2 different cleaning options. You've got deep clean and express clean. Now deep clean is what I'm going to be using today because I want to thoroughly clean the carpets. The deep clean uses twice the amount of water as the express clean, and the express clean they reckon can dry in about an hour. The deep clean obviously takes longer to dry because you're using more water. So looking at the back of the machine, you can see we've got a convenient cord storage. There's a carrying handle there for lifting it up and carrying it. This is the on-off button. So the last thing I want to point out is this grey button on the handle releases the fluid. So when I come to clean the carpet, I'll be pulling this up when I want the unit to dispense cleaning solution and letting go when I want to vacuum that solution back up again. But you can definitely see where all the traffic is in the room. It's just to the front of that wardrobe there. And you can clearly see from the door and round. So there are some spot stains on the carpet that will need to come out, so I'm hoping that the machine will take care of them. So the instructions say to fill it up with hot water from the tap. Right, so that's it up to the fill line. Hopefully you can see that line there. That's where the solution goes to. So that's the 2.5 fluid ounces that it recommends to go in a full tank, which is 74 millilitres for any Europeans watching. And then that just pours into the tank. There, so that's the mixture ready for doing the carpet. We'll put the lid on. So in the instruction manual it recommends 2 wet passes, going forward with the solution spraying out, coming backwards with the solution spraying out, releasing the grey trigger so that there's no solution, and then going forwards and backwards to hoover up the solution. I've already vacuumed this room properly. Bissell recommend getting rid of as much surface dust and debris as you can before you start using the machine. So I've already done that, and we'll give this a go. I'll just do 1 stripe along the middle where I consider to be the worst area of the carpet. Right, so that's wet now. It's not that wet actually, but it's wet. So that's 2 wet passes, and now I'm going to release this grey button and do the dry passes. Yeah, there is a definite difference there. So I maybe need to go a little bit faster. I also need to empty the dirty tank, so push this purple button down and just tilt it forward. And that's good, there's nothing running out of that tank as I move it. To empty this tank there's a rubber stopper there that pulls back and you can just pour it out. Right, so I'm just going to demonstrate the clean shot. It just directs a jet of cleaning fluid out. Now I think that is really quite awkward and difficult to use. I don't really see the point in it. So that's me finished cleaning the carpet and I am very impressed. It's damp, but it's not wet. So hopefully it will dry fairly quickly. We'll have a look at these three tools, and what I think I'll do is I'll clean this sofa. So in order to use these tools you've got to connect the hose to the machine, and to connect the hose you lift up this purple cap and again close up to press it in, just push it down and you can see that that button latches in place. You must have the handle in the upright position before you use these tools, because if you watch what happens when I lower the handle, the brushes go down, and when you click the handle in place the brushes go up. So these will be spinning when you're cleaning with the tools, so you need these brushes up and out the way of the carpet. So that's it connected, and the first thing I'm going to demonstrate is the dry setting, and this is used to pick up any pet hairs which should collect in this filter here. Right, so as you can see there's stuff in there, and there wasn't an awful lot of pet fur on there, but you can see that the dry process has removed a fair bit of what was on there. So next I'm going to demonstrate this tool cleaning the upholstery, so I'm going to switch it from dry to wet. Before I start I'll just show you that this is a trigger to allow the spray to work, and you'll notice that that is on the hose, not on the tool. So this trigger works for all of the accessories that go on this product that require the water supply. So this tool has got rubber prongs there and they're fairly rigid, and they actually act, if you listen, they act a bit like an eraser, but it's picked up the vast majority of pet hairs, and I can see there are a couple of marks on here that have been cleared up already. It's the tough stain remover tool. Now that is basically just a smaller version of the 2-in-1 upholstery tool. So this brush actually removes the stains and you can see it happening, and I think this is actually a better tool. There's absolutely no doubt that this tough stain removing tool is better at vacuuming up the fluid. The advantage of the 2-in-1 pet upholstery tool is this rubber brush at the bottom, which is brilliant at picking up pet hairs. Maybe switch to this if you've got some really stubborn stains, because this brush is better than the rubber bottom for picking up stains. The last tool I'm going to look at is a 3-in-1 stair tool. This curved tool is for doing the front corner of the step, and then the pointed end of the tool is for doing the inside corner of the step. Right, so that's me finished cleaning the sofa. I reckon about 20-25 minutes to do that. The Bissell ProHeat 2X Revolution Pet Pro Carpet Cleaner. Now I think this is a smashing piece of kit. My carpet looks considerably better, and the sofa looks like it's brand new after I've cleaned it with this machine. It comes with decent attachments. I think it does a very good job of cleaning carpets and upholstery. I also think you could use it for all different tasks around the house as well.